Okay, hey y'all. Okay, I might talk a little fast because there's a few things I wanted to talk about. Okay, so I said that I was going to share that cute story about my dad. Okay, um, okay, so which it is kind of funny to hear these stories like now because of everything, but like he said they were all like 16 and they're like passing out numbers, like phone numbers. So of course I'm thinking, oh yeah, what years or whatever. But anyways, so he says that there was this young lady that kept calling him or whatever, or was calling him or whatever, and because she got the number. I don't even think they met. I don't know. Anyways, okay, sorry, because I try to cover the whole story. Okay, so he said that he gave the number to his friend, and then the friend they talked for a little bit, and then they went on a date. I think they went on 1 or 2 dates, and the friend had told my dad and told his dad, I'm going to marry that girl. And then they were like, both my dad and his dad was like, you're only 16 years old, or whatever. So I have some tissue just in case. But anyways, and then so yes, they ended up getting married. So they were like married for like 40 or whatever years. And so I thought that was cute, a cute story, whatever. And then that was the man that had just passed. And then so in the obituary, it did have it was used a photo of him in his uniform was used or whatnot. So, anyways, so I thought that story was cute, and hopefully I covered everything. But when my dad told me the story, I was like, "Oh, that's a cute story," And then I'm not really too sure about that all that, but and then that goes into somewhat that whole funeral thing or whatever too. So there's that. What else did I want to say? Okay, yes. So I've wondered where people's head is at, like where the brain is at, because if you get sick or if you have children and they get sick, I remember so many times. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if that's called a blank or not, but I'm pretty sure they have said most of the time you only get sick from each other unless you drink after each other, or you kiss each other, or kiss on the cheek or anything. I don't know how many times I'm pretty sure I've heard the doctor say more than likely, or I thought that I've heard them say numerous times. You usually don't get sick from just being around each other. Normally, it's the child or brother, sister, however it might go. Usually drinks after each other or something like that. So I'm pretty sure hope I'm not the only one that remembers doctors saying that along the way. So I'm like, where's people's brain at? I guess but at the same time, it's like most people or whatever have not been around like was 100 years ago. So it just all that makes you wonder or whatever. And then check the comment. Okay, so what else did I want to mention? Um, Said I was going to mention that story, and then I was mentioning that. As always, a do not forget thing. So, like, if I would wanted to mention something about my son really quick, which really I hope I don't cry. Okay. Um. So, like, his best friend lived. One of his best friends lived up the street, and then so like his best friend's dad was almost like a stepdad. But anyways, there was this younger people that live close to over there, right? And this is just another example to show and tell like how messed up things are, because this was like so many years ago when this took place, right? So there was this one young girl, and she would go through certain things, and so they would call my son, and like he's young, like okay. And then like he was the only one that could get her to calm down some or whatnot. And I hope I explained that story that was neighbors that lived right here at the time, and so this and that and the other. So eventually, my son tells me part of the story, and I'm like, well, son, if that's true, then that would mean that there's evidence. And then I was like, my heart's pounding. Okay. So I was like, well, son, like, no wonder she would have. Well, I said, are you sure that that's true? Or whatever, because nothing was done. I was like, are you sure that that's true then? And then he's like, Mom, you've heard them have to call me to go and help, you know? And I remember tearing up because I was like, it was just another example, you know? Cause so it was like, well, and then right after that, I was like, no wonder she has problems, you know? Because I didn't even want to say it. Because, yeah. Anyways, so glad I got that out because that's just another example. I know I'll go from here to there, but and that was so many years ago. So it was just another example to show and tell how it was even a process for me from having to hear certain experiences. And once again, I don't like to speak about people's stuff, but it's kind of to show and tell how, you know, here my son is. It makes me want to tear up and cry because he was there for that young girl, you know. I mean, they were like however many years difference, but still. And then an example to show and tell that how can you separate church and state too. A whole nother subject, but get to that later. But anyways, so hopefully I'll be satisfied with this video and everything. Wanted to say those few things, and I'll see y'all soon. God bless.